Zara moved through the dark corridors of the space station like a shadow of death. Her tall blue form glided silently past the metal walls while her forearms hung ready at her sides. Every alien male who saw her coming quickly stepped aside and looked away. They knew what she was capable of. The Zilani warrior woman had earned her fearsome reputation across 12 star systems. Her species was known for their deadly fighting skills and cold hearts. But Zara was different even among her own kind. She was stronger and more ruthless than any Zilani before her. Captain Vex of the Gorton fleet had hired her for the most dangerous mission in the galaxy. Deep in enemy space sat a human research station that held secrets worth billions of credits. The humans were new to space travel, but they had something every other species wanted to steal. Zara did not care about the politics or the money. She only cared about the fight. Human warriors were supposed to be weak and soft. This would be an easy job that would add another victory to her long list of conquered enemies. Her ship was small and fast like a hunting blade cutting through the void. She had modified it herself with better weapons and stronger shields. No other pilot in the galaxy could match her flying skills. The human station would fall within hours of her arrival. 3 days into her journey, something strange happened. Her ship picked up a distress signal from a damaged human vessel. The ship was small and looked ready to break apart. Normal procedure would be to ignore it and continue the mission. But something made Zara change course toward the dying ship. She found only one survivor inside. The human female was young with brown hair and green eyes. Her name was Lisa, and she looked nothing like the monster stories other aliens told about humans. Lisa was injured but still tried to help repair the ship instead of just waiting to die. This confused Zara greatly. Every other species she had fought would beg for mercy, or try to buy their lives with promises of treasure. But this human just kept working even though death seemed certain. There was something different about the way humans faced danger. Lisa was not afraid when she saw the deadly Zilani warrior. Instead, she asked if Zara needed medical attention for a small cut on her arm. No one had ever shown concern for Zara before. Other aliens only showed fear, or tried to use her for their own goals. For the first time in her life, Zara felt uncertain about what to do next. She could easily kill this weak human and continue her mission. But something about Lisa made her want to understand humans better before destroying them all. She decided to take Lisa aboard her ship to heal her injuries. This would give her time to study human behavior and find their weaknesses. The research would make her mission more successful when she finally attacked their station. But as the days passed, Zara learned things that shocked her. Lisa showed her pictures of Earth and talked about human families and friends. She explained how humans work together to build beautiful cities and explore the stars. They did not conquer other species like most aliens did. They wanted to make friends and share knowledge. Lisa also asked Zara about her own life and homeworld. No one had ever cared about Zara as a person before. They only saw her as a weapon to be pointed at their enemies. But Lisa listened to stories about Zilani culture and asked thoughtful questions about their history. The human female was fascinated by Zara's forearms and how they moved independently. She watched with wonder instead of fear as Zara demonstrated her fighting techniques. Lisa even tried to copy some of the basic moves, though she was much smaller and weaker. When they practiced together, Zara was careful not to hurt her new companion. She had never needed to hold back her strength before. It felt strange but also somehow right to protect someone instead of destroying them. Lisa shared her food and water even though supplies were running low. She gave Zara the more comfortable sleeping area and took the smaller space for herself. These acts of kindness were completely foreign to Zara, who had lived her whole life surrounded by violence and competition. They talked about their different worlds and dreams for the future. Lisa wanted to be a teacher and help children learn about the galaxy. Zara had never thought about doing anything besides fighting. The idea of creating something instead of destroying it seemed impossible but interesting. As her ship approached the human research station, Zara felt torn between her old life and these new feelings. She had been hired to attack these people and take their secrets, but now she knew they were not the evil monsters other aliens claimed they were. The station was exactly where Captain Vex had said it would be. It looked peaceful floating in space with its white walls and blue lights. Small ships moved around it carrying supplies and workers. None of them appeared to be military vessels ready for battle. Zara could destroy them all within minutes if she wanted to. Her weapons were much more advanced than anything the humans had built. They would not even know they were under attack until it was too late to fight back. But Lisa was looking out the window at her people's station with pride and love. She pointed out different sections and explained what kind of research happened in each area. The humans were working on medical cures and better food production. They wanted to help other species instead of conquering them. For the first time in her life, Zara made a choice based on something other than violence. Instead of attacking, she sent a message to the station requesting permission to dock peacefully. The humans were surprised but welcomed both visitors aboard their home. The station commander was a woman named Amy, who greeted them with warm smiles and offers of food. She did not seem worried about having a deadly Zilani warrior aboard her station. Amy treated Zara like an honored guest instead of a potential threat. Other humans gathered around to meet the famous alien warrior they had heard stories about. But instead of running away in terror, they asked questions about her culture and weapons. Children drew pictures of her forearms and wanted to hear tales of distant worlds. Zara had expected to feel bored or disgusted by human weakness. Instead, she found their curiosity and kindness fascinating. They were genuinely interested in learning about other species, instead of just using them for profit or power. During her stay, she helped repair some damaged equipment using her technical skills. The humans were grateful for her assistance and praised her abilities. They made her feel valuable for reasons beyond her fighting prowess. Amy offered Zara a permanent position as a cultural advisor and security consultant. The pay was good, but more importantly, the work would involve protecting humans instead of destroying them. She could use her skills to help instead of hurt. When Captain Vex sent angry messages demanding to know why she had not completed her mission, Zara felt no regret about her choice. She sent back a simple reply saying the contract was terminated and she would not be working for him again. The other alien males who heard this news were shocked and confused. How could the most feared warrior in the galaxy choose to protect the weakest species instead of conquering them? They could not understand what had changed her mind so completely. But Zara knew exactly what had happened. For the first time in her life, she had found people who saw her as more than just a weapon. The humans had shown her kindness and respect without asking for anything in return. They had given her something worth protecting instead of destroying. She established a new home on the research station and began teaching other species about human culture. Her reputation as a deadly warrior now served a different purpose. Other aliens listened to her words about humans because they knew she could destroy them if she chose not to. Lisa became her closest friend, and eventually her partner in building bridges between species. Together they traveled to other worlds, spreading messages of peace and cooperation instead of fear and conquest. Zara never regretted turning away from her old life of violence. The humans had shown her that true strength came from protecting others instead of defeating them. She had found a new purpose that filled the empty spaces in her heart that fighting never could. Years later, when young Zilani warriors asked her why she had abandoned the warrior path, she would tell them about the day she met a human female who changed everything. She would explain how real courage meant choosing to help instead of harm even when everyone expected you to destroy. The galaxy slowly became a more peaceful place as other species learned from the human example. Wars became less common as aliens discovered the benefits of cooperation over conquest. Trade and knowledge replaced violence and fear, and at the center of it all was a former warrior, who had learned that the strongest beings in the universe were not always the ones who won fights. Sometimes they were the ones who chose not to fight at all when they met someone who showed them a better way to live.